grateful to Damodar Sharan Prabhu. Kahan gaye? Yes, for hosting, for Ananteshwar Prabhu for orchestrating this service for this insignificant soul. And I like to seek blessings from everybody of you so that we can share something for the pleasure of our acharyas. The acharyas don't go anywhere. They are in unembodied state, even present here. I'm especially feeling the presence of His Holiness Tamal Krishna Maharaj. And just now I met Krishna Kripa Prabhu, so I felt so happy, about whom we read and meditate how Maharaj was orchestrating his services. And it's such a great blessing to be here under the umbrella of His grace. So Acharyas don't go anywhere. Pleasure of the Acharyas for your inspiration and for the purification of the servant's heart. Aishwaryasya samagrasya viryasya yashasah shriyah. Parashar Muni talks about the 6 opulences of Lord. Jnana vairagayos chaiva shannam bhaga itinganam. Itingana means it is said. The opulences are of 6 kinds, and these are present in full in the Lord. What are they? Power, strength, fame, wealth, knowledge, and renunciation. What is renunciation? Well, dictionary definition says many words which are quite telling in and of themselves. It means relinquishment, giving up, abandonment, resignation, abdiction, surrender, signing away. Waiving, sometimes we have that. Some conditions are waived. Foregoing. And opposite of renunciation means assertion and reassertion. What is foregoing? Foregoing of things. It may be, like some of the things may not be good for us. There was a Harvard grant study. It's still going on. 80 years of the longest longitudinal study studying the human behavior. And it came up with many findings. They basically studied humans, what choices they were making and what made them successful, what made them depressible. And they found one key activity which is the biggest de-enabler in anybody's life. Can you guess it? Relationship. Oh no, that was the biggest enabler, which I was not planning to speak. But your thing is very telling, we'll come to that. More guesses? Biggest de-enabler, I mean it just, de-enabler, yeah.
Giving up.
Giving up? No, less sagacious,
Okay.
little earthly. Something which becomes sticky, right? Some things we take up, it becomes sticky in our lives, and we can't give it up. Addiction. Now, addiction of many kinds. They separated out one particular addiction which they figured out the biggest de-enabler in somebody's life. Can you guess it? I mean, mobile phones were not at that time, so maybe if they do the research now, they have to revamp their findings. Guesses?
About oneself?
Huh?
About oneself?
About addiction about oneself?
Yes.
Oh, that's again a very lofty. I think everybody is, of course, saintly here, but more earthly. It is alcoholism. And they made the finding that the person becomes pramatta. Mat means mad, pra means prakrishta rupena mad, highly mad. And he or she may destroy not only their lives but other lives also. So that's something, it's a thing and it needs to be given up. Foregoing up things. But renunciation also means not only about things, but the tendency of giving up controllership, proprietorship and enjoyership. These 3 ships. And Prabhupada said that if you get rid of these 3 ships, you'll have the peace formula, isn't it? Bhoktaram, Yagyatapasam, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. The know me as the controller, enjoyer and proprietor. However, it's hard. His Grace Ravindra Swarup Prabhu describes the anatomy of what happens when we become attached or when we start taking these three ships. He said it is okay to enjoy when the offering is as a result of prasad, isn't it? I mean, we can't just, no, it's gulab jamun, let me not enjoy, let me not taste anything. We can't do it, the taste will come. But then he says that if we are doing a bhoga which has come from dharma, however, we start contemplating that I am enjoying. I am enjoying. I'm not thinking this is prasad, but I am enjoying. So the contemplation starts. And the Bhagavad Gita cycle kicks in. Dhyayato vishayan pumsah sangas teshu pajayate. Dhyayata, it's all about contemplation. Where our mind is, there's where we lie. So, our scriptures are telling that when we enjoy by whatever prasad is offered to us, but we start contemplating on it, then something happens, which Srila Prabhupada would describe as we get puffed up. I am enjoying. You see that? It's almost like very much graphic and vivid description. We puff up, you know. The word also is puff up means puff up, right? There are words in English called onomatopoeia. Anybody heard about them? Just by the word you'll figure out what the word means. So puff means like somebody's really getting puffed up. Then we have clocks doing tintinambulation. It already means you tin like that. So puffing ups. And this is what our scriptures are telling needs to be avoided. Now, intuitively we all understand it better that there are situations where we really feel the quality of renunciation is golden. Now, in books and perhaps in film, big screen, they show only some significant events of life. And we might end up thinking that, wow, everything is such adventure in life. All the right ticks happening. And even if the wrong ticks happen, they are converted to right ticks and they are celebrated. But it's the daily grind which is hard. And oftentimes we think, oh, every day, morning, same thing. The daily grind kills us. And in this situation, we try to then think that this is a sticky situation. The world is a sticky situation. Things just get stuck. In Hindi, there is a saying, and I will translate that into English, which is hard because if there's a proverb, you can't really translate into English. But I'll try my best. Aasman se gira, khajur mein atka. Now, how to translate that? Fallen from the sky, stuck in a fig tree. But you get the idea. It's a sticky situation, so we need a solvent, right? If by misfortune we come in touch with a rubber tree, which produces there's a latex, the white sticky glue, and if it really gets on the skin, oh, good luck. It will come out with whatever hair you have. But there are solvents which can dissolve it. And that's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give, right? Jeev jago, jeev jago, Gaura Chandra bole, jeev jago, jeev jago, Gaura Chandra bole, Utta nidra jao maya pishachi rakho. So he's saying that you are sleeping in the lap of Maya. Wake up. It's too sticky. You're directly into the most stickiest of the laps. Get out. How? What's the solvent? He says, Ine chiyo shadi Maya nashi barolagi. Ine chiyo shadi Maya nashi barolagi. kind of dissolving the sticky situations. Mahaprabhu came to bring. So we all realize in one time or the other that it is sticky. We get stuck. We get out of one situation and get stuck in another situation. So we need solvent. And through this we realize the importance of the quality of renunciation or detachment, foregoing, letting it go. Bhagavad Gita also talks about it, saying that this world is like a big banyan tree. Now if we stand on the banyan tree, which is huge, there is one such in Calcutta in Botanical Gardens. It's huge. And if you are on one branch, you think, where did it begin? Where it will end? We do not know. So Krishna says that forget about finding out the Adi or the Ant. Take an axe. Asanga shastrena dridena chitva. Take the sword of detachment. Cut the root. Then the tree will fall. Then you'll figure it out. Where was the end and where was the beginning? So we all realize the importance of renunciation, detachment in our lives. And Mahaprabhu is telling what? That yes, we can implement in our life using the quality, using the Harinam, which is acting as a solvent. Now, the moments which come in our life, these are the moments, right? We feel sometimes, but sometimes we don't feel about it. And that's why scriptures tell us that the moments of rag are quite free in our lives. The moments of attachment may be quite freely thrown in our lives. The moment where we, from our heart, feel that it's sticky, may be quite less, but grab it. These moments may not be a whole lot. It happened in Bhagavatam. There was a king called Khatvanga. So we can call these moments in which we, from our heart, feel like, this is a sticky situation, as the Khatvanga moment. What? Khatvanga moment. Khatvanga was fighting for the demigods, the devatas, and I'm fighting too long. Do I have time left? So the God said, well, only half a moment left in your lifetime. Khatvanga moment. He decides, half a moment, I'll fight for them. Anyways, they won't understand. Again they will start fighting. Some more demons would come. So he said, I want to focus fully on self-realization. That was Khatvanga moment. It was also the Parikshit moment. He was given 7 more days. So such moments come, and we at least should give more consideration to it. We might not be able to act immediately, but consider it, because those will be very rare. These are the teachable moments of our life. The teachable moments are quite less. It comes in the lives of sages also. Jagannath Puri, how many of us have been there or heard about it? There is a saint associated with the tradition of Jagannath from Kannauj. Anybody from Kannauj here? Uttar Pradesh? Anybody from Uttar Pradesh? No, okay. So, Uttar Pradesh. So, Uttar Pradesh, Kannauj, he was a saint, Madhav Das. He got married quite early, and then at very young age, his wife left the body after giving birth to a child. Now, these stories are not to exactly replicate in our lives. When we talk about saints' lives, we take the principles. Like Raghunath Das Goswami was drinking what? Few drops of buttermilk. Now, if I decide only buttermilk, I would need 20 barrels maybe, right, to fill up the requirement. So the principle is important, that he was reducing his needs so that he could do devotional service well. But devotional service doing well was the primary reason. For us, reducing the needs would mean maybe 5 to 4 chapatis or whatever, if it is. If something is making us lethargic, then reducing that. So the principle is important. So Madhav Das was 21 years of age. His wife has left. Small kid is there, but he has been hit by a jolt of renunciation. What I'm doing? My life should be exclusive service of Jagannath. But he has to take care of the son. Again, I'm telling you, these stories are important for the principles. We have to do what we have to do to our families. The principle is important. And that's why scriptures give us the extremes also, so that the principles are highlighted. They tell that Raghunath Das Goswami's principles were like lines of the stone, lines on the stone. So what is important? That at least we can try to follow the principles as much as possible, day in and day out. So Madhav Das was once sitting and he saw a bird's egg falling on the ground, breaking, and the fluid is sticky. We are talking about sticky things. But a small insect came and got stuck onto that sticky substance. The tongue of the small little baby bird came out, went exactly at that position where it was sticking, lapped it up, chewed it up, whatever, digested it up. And he said, wow, who brought that egg to fall down? And then who brought that fly to come? And who got that fly to get stuck? And why did this little fellow inside, knew to exactly go in that direction, right? Shri Krishna. So I should not be worried. And he ran to Jagannath Puri. And Jagannath did take care of him. He was hungry, without any food, and was lying in a small kutir. No food. He's just immersed in meditation, Jagannath. So Jagannath told, Lay Lakshmi, his consort, why don't you go with a golden plate full of all the bhoga, prasad, and offer it to my devotee. So now see the level in which Madhav Das is operating. He is not concerned whether this is a golden plate, right? I mean, if suppose somebody gives us prasad in golden plate, half the time, at least I will look, this is really gold, looks like an interesting material. It's noble metal, so it won't react, but it's after gold. So he said, some sound is coming, maybe somebody took mercy on me, brought the food, he ate the food, cleaned it, whatever, and passed on the golden plate without noticing that it was gold. And was immersed in chanting about Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath. Now, Krishna is called Banke Bihari, right? Why is called Banke Bihari? Because he stands in threefold bending form. Not only is the threefold bending form, the way he acts is also like threefold bending, many-fold bending. So what he does, he doesn't do something, but he doesn't stop something. What did he stop? The soldiers and the pujaris woke up in the morning and didn't find the golden plate. So it was hue and cry. So they ran after searching where is the golden plate and were about to beat Madhav Das. Drama. If with your permission, I would like to sing few lines of a Braj song. Do I have? Sabhi ang ko baako giridhar sabhi ang ko baako. Baako means crooked. Sabhi ang, sab means all, ang means limbs. He is crooked in all limbs. We know the threefold bending form, right? And it's very hard if you would any time want to try it in front of mirror, standing threefold bending form. You might trip and fall, so don't try. But it's hard. It's very hard. And here is the Lord Nila Madhava, standing 24/7, 365. Since 1978? 88. Quite a lot. So, sabhi ang ko baako girdhar, baaki chaal chalat gokul mein, chhel chhabi lokako. He walks crookedly. Why does he walk crookedly? It's full of siddhanta hai, full of bhakti rasamrit sindhu hai. Krishna is called Akhila Rasamrita Murti Prasramara Ruchiruddhataraka Pali. He is Akhila Rasamrita Murti. We can perhaps reciprocate with 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. That also not full. That also full of like tiffs and heat sometimes. But Krishna is Akhila Rasamrita Murti. He can reciprocate with the ras, the mellow of everybody. So he walks crookedly. Why? He's going and picking a makhan to please his mother. Then he goes there and slaps Madhumangal. Please do the Sakhyaras, Vatsalyaras, Sakhyaras, and then goes to Gopi, blows loudly in their ear, disturbs them, doing the Madhuriras. So he's reciprocating with everything. And therefore we can't expect him to walk, as they call in Braj, Sudhe Sudhe. He will not walk Seedhe Seedhe. Balram is quite straight in walking and acting. But Krishna, he will also look with sidelong glances. We have heard about this? Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam. And now the third line of this poet is Vispotak or explosive. He says, Bako hridaya hai tako, baki boh bhoh. He does the dancing of his eyebrows. Baki boh charan gati baki. Charan gati baki is walking. But now is the clincher. Bako hridaya hai tako. Tako, his. Hridaya, heart, is bako. It's crooked. What do you mean? We are all testimony. The way we have come to Krishna consciousness, the way we are continuing Krishna consciousness, on, oh Lord, the way we will do it in the future. Write your autobiographies, it might become a bestseller. Thanks to Sri Krishna. Because Bako Hridaya hai tako. So what did he do? What did he do? He did not stop the soldiers, and they might have thrashed Madhav Das a bit. But then he comes out and tells the pujaris and the king, he is my great servant, don't do that. He should be, hailed, and you should carry him on palki. What's this big drama? But all for what? Glorifying devotees. Prabhupada came to West with 40 rupees, which were unexchangeable. And then after that, unimaginable crores. So, Sri Krishna comes in the life of devotees and he inspires those quality of renunciation for us to learn. Now, this is in the life of Madhav Das Ji. We see that in Khatwanga's life also, and we see that in many lives of many sages. Srila Prabhupada also, when he went to Jhansi, he started the League of Devotees. It was not working out. And finally he took complete Vanaprastha. He goes to Mathura. In 1959, his Gurudev is coming in dreams. Take sannyas, like that. And Prabhupada then shows this amazing quality which we all revere of renunciation. In fact, he was so absorbed in his writing that Madhav Daita Das Maharaj Ji in Vrindavan once came and saw Prabhupada in tattered dhoti standing in front of a door, and he asked him, I am waiting for my monthly 5 rupees donation. Okay, 5 rupees donation at that time. So he went somewhere, came back, Prabhupada was still waiting. What are you doing? The person has not come. He said, look at the grit of this personality, tattered clothes, high ambitions, and waiting in the sun. But now some interesting thing happens. He said, okay, I'll give you 5 rupees donation. Prabhupada said, make it 10. Lofty ambition. So, technically renunciation in Sanskrit called Vairag. Rag means the attachment. Vairag means Vishesh attachment. Special attachment. Because from the special attachment to Krishna germinates the detachment to the material world. Vishesh Rag helps us go indifferent to the Rag of this material world. In fact, Rag and Dvesh of the material world are two sides of the same coin. If you are hating somebody, might be possible, situations different, we might have loved. Love and hate. Love and hate. Krishna talks about it in Bhagavad Gita. Ichha dvesha samuthena dvandva mohena bharata. Ichha, rag and dvesh. We are all ichha dvesh, rag dvesh, love, hate. And because of that, wrong choices happen. We get stuck in the material world. So he says, Sarva bhutani sammoham sarge yanti parantapa. Everybody is pretty much born into this, ichha and dvesh. But if we get rid of this, raga dvesha vimuktestu vishayan indriyaicharan. If we get that vishesh rag or vairag, we won't have to do with rag and dvesh. It will be like a peaceful situation. Anybody from Tamil background here? Oh, yeah. There used to be one statesman, Raja Ji was his name. He penned a beautiful song, Kurai Undru Millai, right? Marai Murti Kanna. What does that mean? I have no desire. Koi ichha nahi. Prabhupada was also asked at his deathbed, have some desire? Close. Everything done. No rag, no dvesh. Not even dvesh. Prabhupada didn't really go against anybody, but at his deathbed, what he's asking, his God brothers, right? Please forgive me. Actually, from Prabhupada's pastimes, we learn that forgiveness, offering or seeking is not optional for Vaishnavas, it's an ornament. It's like a well, the more you give it, I forgive you, it gets filled up again. And the more we accept it from others, we relieve the others also. So Prabhupada is indicating through his life, and he showed this during his end, last pastimes, you can say the Antya Leela pastimes, on which Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj wrote a play. So this vairag, the technical vairag quality, which means Vishesh Rag, we see full in Lord, correct? Example is Nara-Narayan Rishi. Indra gets afraid that Nara-Narayan Rishi is doing so much tapasyas, he would do what? Take my position. This is called Matsarya, right? Matsarya in Sanskrit means Mattaha Sarpati. Mattaha from me, somebody sliding up. So, and if I get little pinch, that's not a quality, but a misgiving of Matsarya. So Indra was having Matsarya, but what did Nara-Narayan Rishi do? And it's beautiful from management point of view. Nara-Narayan Rishi said, no, you are worried and you are sending the Apsaras, let me generate more Apsaras. So Nara-Narayan Rishi acted from the principle of abundance. There is principle of Matsarya, which is Mattaha Sarpati. Somebody is sliding from me, so I will do what? Catch him. We have the story of Indian crabs that many of you would have heard of. Actually, every culture uses that story and tells the story. Maybe the Jews will also tell that Jewish crabs. So the story goes like this. There was a race and then crab race, and many country people had come with crabs. And then there was this. Let's make fun of Brajbasi. Maybe Brajbasi crabs. No, they're nice. So Indian crabs. But there was no lid. Why there is no lid? Race has not started. They will start jumping out. No. They will not jump out. Why? Because no sooner one crab will go up, the another will Mattaha Sarpati, come down. Matsarya. And Matsarya is the biggest hindrance in Bhagavatam reading. Why? Nirmatsaranam Satam. This book is belonging to those who are Nirmatsar. They don't have the quality or the misgiving of Matsarya. Isn't it? So, what did Nara-Narayan Rishi do? Principle of abundance. Service available for everybody. We see the example what Prabhupada did. Tamal Krishna Maharaj said, maybe I can go to China. Prabhupada said, good idea. And then China was liberated. Still gets liberated, that's our prayer. The entire world gets liberated. Prabhupada sent people to Pakistan, to Sri Lanka. Enough land for everybody. Hence, enough service. Why? Because we are all unique souls. Krishna is Akhila Rasamrita Murti, so he can interact with everybody very uniquely. There is no shortage. Narayan Rishi. Then we see in life of Krishna also so many queens, but he was not affected. So many gopis, not affected. Sometimes we think maybe 16,108 queens, maybe 1 lakh gopis? No. Millions and millions of gopis coming from Krishna knows wherever. When Ram was getting married in where? Mithila. The Mithila Naris felt that, we also want to be wives of Lord Ram. Ram said, nothing doing, Eka Patni Vrata Dhara. You come in Krishna. In Vrindavan, there is a communal lunch called Bhandara. Anybody heard about this? Bhandara. There is a coupon Bhandara, which means if you get coupon, you are invited to take lunch. Not for everybody. And they will distribute the coupons in the ashrams. And it's very strict. But there is another Bhandara which is called Jhara Bhandara. No coupon. Anybody invited. So Krishna's pastime was Jhara Bhandara for gopis. He goes to Mithila. Everybody want to be the wife. Nothing doing, you come in Krishna Leela. Then he walks to Kosala. The Kosala Naris think, we want to be your consorts. Nothing doing, you come in Krishna Leela. Then he comes where? Ayodhya. Ayodhya Naris was so nice. Janki is so fortunate. Nothing doing, you come in the Krishna Leela. Third set. Then during the forest Gaman pastime, he is crossing and now the sages are mad. Dandakaranya sages. This is too tough. You come in the Krishna Leela. Fourth set. Then he goes further and where do they stay? Panchavati. There the Panchavati, whatever sages, everybody, they feel that now they should serve Ram as consort. Come back to Krishna Leela. These 5 sets are not all in all. In Vaman avatar, in Matsya avatar, wherever the Lord was going and wherever the devotees of the Lord felt like serving the Lord very intimately. This is very different from the material relation. It is said in Madhurya, it is extreme possessiveness. There is Madhyata and Tadiyata. Tadiyata means I am yours. One step up, Madhyata. You are mine. And that really, encourages and enlivens the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, somebody thinks that I am Krishna's, but Krishna is thinking, somebody is saying, Krishna, you are mine. So in Krishna's pastimes also we see it. And what can be said, which would be the discussion for the next 3 days about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Like an avatar came to specifically showcase opulence. Why it's an opulence of renunciation? We know it, right? If somebody is able to get out of the quicksand of material world, it is inspiring, isn't it? We feel inspirational. And here comes the Lord who has all the facilities. Wonderful wife, great mother, devotees don't want him to go, and he showcases this opulence of renunciation. In our meditation and in the temple also, we don't worship Mahaprabhu as sannyasi, right? We worship Mahaprabhu as Navadvip Chandra. Navadvip Chandra. Why? There are many reasons for that. Because the Mahaprabhu's sannyas, pastimes, Jagannath Puri are very erratic, right? Anytime he sleeps, anytime he wakes up, and gate is closed, he is found outside. Then he's rubbing his head. This would be too ghastly for meditation, right? You are meditating, Mahaprabhu is rubbing his head and getting blood. That's not for meditation. In his Jagannath Puri Leela, he's mad after tasting the ecstasy of Radha's love. But in where? Navadvip, He's Navadvip Chandra, beautiful flowing hair, decorated and singing what? Jeev jago, Jeev jago, Gaura Chandra bole, Jeev jago, Jeev jago, Gaura Chandra bole. And he's bringing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra to one and all. And it is very set. He wakes up, associate goes to take bath, comes, then Shachi Mata feeds him, then he takes rest, then he goes almost one-to-one mapping, if those who are in mathematics or engineering, one-to-one mapping with Krishna Leela. There Krishna is enacting Ras Leela. Here what is happening? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Where? Shiva Sangam. That's actually Rasa Leela. Some saints say that you go deeper into Krishna Leela, from one side you'll come out into Chaitanya Leela. You go deeper into the Chaitanya Leela, you come out as in Krishna's pastimes. Why not? Shri Radha Pranaya Vikritir Halladini Shakti Rasmat Ekatmanav, you were one, Api Bhuvi Para Deha Bhedam. Now you become two. You were one, Radha Krishna, you were one. We know that. But they become two to enact the pastimes. And now what has happened? Chaitanyakhyam prakatam adhuna tadvayam chaikyam aptam. Now it has become one again. Why it has become one again? Oh, Radha Bhava Dyuti Suvalitam Naumi Krishna Swarupam. I bow down to Krishna Swarup. But he has what? The Dyuti and Bhav of Radharani. Dyuti means Angakanti and Bhav of Radharani. And then he takes sannyas. Go to Jagannath Puri. That's why in his 12 names, which it is said that devotees recite 3 times a day, as much as possible, has much of his sannyasi names. So we recite Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanyo, Gaurango, Dvijanayakaha, Yatinam, Dandinam, Chaiva, Nyasinam, Chashiromanihi. He is Chaitanya, he is Krishna Chaitanya, he is Gauranga and Dvijanayaka. Dvijanayaka means, Nayaka means leader, Dvija means Brahmanas, leader of the Brahmanas. Then Yatinam, Dandinam, Nyasinam. Yatinam means sannyasi. Dandinam means also sannyasi, holder of the danda. Nyasinam is one who has tyag kar diya. He has given up. What is he? Of the yatis, of the nyasis, of the dandis. Shiromanihi, he is a crest jewel. So 3 names are focused on his sannyasila. Oh, wait a minute, more are coming. Raktam Bharadharaha, Raktam Bharadhara, Shriman, Navadvipa Sudhakaraha, Prema Bhakti Pradaschaiva, Shri Shachi Nandanastatha. So Raktam Bharadharaha, which is the ochre colored clothes or the sannyasi clothes, again a sannyasi name. He is Shriman and Navadvip Sudhakaraha. What does he give? Ordinary bhakti? No, Prema Bhakti. And he is Shri Shachi Nandana. Oh, he loves this name. Krishna has many names, but if the name is associated with devotees, he loves it, especially associated with his mother. Krishna is, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one of the name is Matra Bhakta Vatsala. He is the best of the devotees of mother. In fact, it is also said that if a sannyasi takes sannyas or somebody takes renounce order, well, they can say hello to their dads and fathers, okay, you take care. But for the mothers, they have to take care. Mothers, they have to personally serve. Even the sannyasis, in Sanatana Dharma it is written that the sannyasi will do dandavats to the mothers also. And Mahaprabhu shows this, right? After taking sannyas, he comes back and says, Amito Batul, I am a madman, I took sannyas like this, you tell me, I'll stop. This is unheard of, right? And will Shachi Mata do that? How much disgraceful it will be for Gaurang Mahaprabhu. So she tells, okay, now anyway you become mad. Just remain in the next room. What's the next room? Jagannath Puri. Odisha and Jagannath Puri are like neighbors, like you keep going from like maybe Dallas and Houston to very close, and then devotees keep coming like that. So this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He displayed the opulence of Vairag, which we will discuss in detail. His journey from where? Navadvip to NILΑCALA. But today, in the remaining time, we want to find out where did this sannyasi appear in Krishna's pastime. Because we said, right, there's one-to-one mapping between Krishna's pastime and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime, Ras Leela and Harinam Sankirtan. Oh, in fact, the devotees also. Uddhav came as Paramanand Puri. Radharani came as Gadadhar Pandit. Mahavishnu came as Advaita Acharya. Who else? Brahma came as Brahma, and Prahlad came as Haridas Thakur. Vishakha came as Ramananda Rai. Lalita, Swarup Damodar. Rupa Manjari, Rupa Goswami. One-to-one mapping, so much so 2 books are written on it. Radha, Krishna, Gaur, Ganodesh. Radha, Krishna, Ganodesh Deepika, Gaur, Ganodesh Deepika, and Vishnu Chakra Thakur also wrote a book. It's like hash function. So where is sannyas, Leela in Krishna's pastimes? There should be some. There are. For this we have to go to Barsana. Barsana people have visited. Why it's called Barsana? Because in Vrindavan the mercy trickles, but in Barsana it pours. And that's why it's Barasti hai kripa, so it is Barsana. Of course that's traditional meaning, but it's true too. It's a distorted word of Vrishabhanupur. Vrishabhanu is father of Radharani and Kirtida is the mother. In the daily pastimes, Radharani always goes to Nandagram to cook for Krishna. Why? Because she has been given the blessing that whomever you will cook for will be healthy, wealthy and wise. Good use of the word. Healthy, wealthy and wise. Krishna remained healthy. That's what people used to think Radharani is cooking. And he was wise to kill the demons. Otherwise he wasn't able to kill the demons. Who gave this benediction? Durvasa Muni. The most angriest of the person, which we hear about in the past time, was so pleased seeing the beautiful offerings which Radharani made. So he blessed. And who came to know? Yashoda. So everything best for Krishna. So daily, Sri Kundalata, one of the, you can say Krishna's uncle's son's wife, something like that. It's a different relation. These domestic relations are very important. Vishnu Chakra Thakur says that after somebody reaches the level of prema bhakti in this life, he won't go to the Golok Vrindavan. First, he will be transferred to a Prakata Vrindavan. There, one will take birth from the womb of a gopi, because you gotta be trained into domestic relationship. Who is Krishna to you? Or is the son of the daughter of the mama of the mami of the son of the wife of my father? Domestic relation. This domestic relationizing is not possible directly, right? Somebody reads Prema Bhakti and I directly send in Golok Vrindavan. It's all very, there people don't chant on beads, right? Why should they? Krishna is there in the front, they're 24 hours thinking about Krishna and singing about him, his pastimes. So this training is important. So Sri Kundalata goes and invites Radharani to come. Radharani was in Barsana this time. You know the birthplace of Radharani? In this Kalpa it is Raval, earlier it was Barsana. And the in-laws of Radharani, Yavat. Yavat is a place where she is married to Abhimanyu, who is called Patim Manya Gop. He is Krishna only. But Radharani spent some time in Barsana and some time in Yavat. So he has come to his, we have in Hindi, right? Maika, right? The mother's place. And Shri Kundalata invites her, and Yashoda is very pleased. And she has some plan going on in her mind. She says, Radharani, you've grown up and there is a very suitable boy in our household. I think you should get married. And there is one boy and he is just amazing. Nobody tops him. We can guess. Krishna. So Radharani is thinking, oh no, this will curtail all our independence. Not a good idea. Yashoda says, no, now it's the time to enter the next phase. So, let me turn your hands. In Hindi we say, haath peele karna. So she takes a turmeric paste and rubs it on the hand of Radharani, and it's a tradition in Indian marriages, right? They do, the hand yellow happens. And then Radharani is shocked. And then Yashoda says, now go to your parents and ask if this is a good idea. Double shock. And triple shock happens when she is going, and Lalita and Vishaka say, big problem. You will lose your independence. What about us? We have to go everywhere you go, we have to accompany you. So better don't act on it now. This is this pond. Go and wash off your hands. So she goes, she's washing her hands. But then she's thinking, it might be a good idea to get married to Krishna. Then we don't have to do all this gymnastics, right? I can be all the time in Nandagram. So along with the color of the hand, what is coming out? The color of her heart. The viraha, the yellow color of turmeric, and the yellow color of viraha is coming out. That becomes quite thick yellow mustardy color. And this is spiritual world, so everything has fragrance, right? We talk about in Hindi, Sone pe suhaga, the fragrant gold. Really? I mean, if we wear it, might stink of our perspiration. But in spiritual world, it is fragrant. So this color which has come, this pond, which we now call Pili Pokhar. Pokhar is a small pond, Pila, it's Pila, yellow. Krishna smells something, not fishy is not a good word, but something interesting is happening. So he comes there searching and he sees, this is an interesting pond. I have seen transparent ponds, I have seen green ponds and blue ponds, but this yellow pond, and not yellow, it's like those mustard color. So Krishna is Bako Hridaya Hai Tako. Crooked heart enters inside. So first hand became yellow. Then he thinks of doing what? We do it like this, right? 1, 2, 3. He does it and comes out. And whom he has transformed into? Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki Jai. Because he was now covered with the complexion of Radha, Dyuti. But what was also there in that yellow color? The viraha of Radha, right? Because she was rubbing and thinking, oh, I already feel separation from Krishna. So he got Dyuti and Bhav. Radha Bhav Dyuti Suvalitam Naumi Krishna Swarupam. This is the first hint of Mahaprabhu's appearance as a sannyasi, golden form, in which Leela? Krishna Leela. Then we go to a unique place in Vrindavan, which is now perhaps the only preserved forest in the downtown of Vrindavan. Now it has become concrete jungle, almost. There are 3 places where the trees are still preserved. Any guesses? I'm talking about the downtown. Nidhivan is one. Seva Kunj is another. Tatiya Sthan, but that's not downtown, it's Kishorvan. Kishorvan belongs to Hariram Vyas, other people consider him to be Radha Vallabha, but if we see the lineage, he was the disciple of god brother of Ishwarapuri. So Hariram Vyas was coming from Madhya Pradesh, Orchha, and he found his Jugal Kishore deity in this small forest. In fact, there were the first 4 temples in Vrindavan: Madan Mohan, Gopinath, Govind Dev and Jugal Kishore. So the Kishore one is also there.
Where is Kishore?
Kishore one shares the boundary wall with Seva Kunj. Now, Seva Kunj is that special place. Seva Kunj, Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, other Goswamis will associate there, and now it's a beautiful temple there. But if you go closer, come out of the Seva Kunj and take a small alleyway, we come to a very landlocked area. And there's a small door. And you feel like, what is this? Buildings all around and the very small door. You enter the small door and you reach Imli Tal. Imli Tal is that tree of tamarind where Mahaprabhu sat and meditated. It is also a place where Prabhupada, when he was staying in Vrindavan from 1955 to 1966, like that, 1965, he had close friendship with Bhakti Saranga Thakur Goswami Maharaj, who had a mutt in Delhi, and after Prabhupada took Vanaprastha, he was editing the Gaudiya Patrika under Bhakti Sarang Thakur Maharaj. But Prabhupada had many ambitions. Sometimes happens, right? Maybe you're in corporate, you have these many ambitions, but somebody on the top of you is like, no, overqualified. So they would literally think, this person has 2 tattered dhotis, and he's telling everybody, I have 108 temples, just time is separating them. In English we call it chutzpah, audacity. And in Hindi there is a nice word to it also. We know it? Auqat. Audacity, chutzpah, 108 temples. Once Prabhupada was taking prasadam with some old sadhu, rotis, somebody came, peeped in, walked. Completely indifferent. Prabhupada said to the other sadhu, this fellow thinks 2 old sadhus are just eating some rotis, not good for anything, but he doesn't know one out of these 2 sadhus will spread the mission all over the world. Chutzpah. Why? Because he was dependent on his guru, the mercy of his guru, isn't it? So Imli Tala is that place where another revelation of Mahaprabhu happened. Radharani was angry with Krishna, and she goes to the other side of Yamuna in a place called Mana Sarovara. Man is the transcendental anger. Sarovar means she cried there, therefore the Sarovar was formed. There she is separated from Krishna, and Krishna came to know that, she is in transcendental anger, so he is like, kids we do, right? So he comes and sits under this Imli Tala, the tree of tamarind. Radharani is chanting there, Krishna, 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 and her complexion changes to Shyamavarn. And Krishna here is chanting Shri Radha, Shri Radha, Shri Radha. His complexion changes into golden. So now Krishna was alone. There the gopis were there, they pacified her, and they are saying, we should go to Imli Tala, something wonderful is happening. Here they come and see what? The seed of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime in Krishna Leela. This happened 5,000 years ago. 500 years ago, Mahaprabhu goes there again. Why? Because Krishna Swarupam, but Radha Bhava Dyuti Suvalitam. So there he is chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Raghunath Das Goswami says that Mahaprabhu had a dori. Dori is a thread, a knotted thread. So he would chant from his hand, and the thread had knotted, so he would count from his other hand. Knotted, count. So it was not like he was not counting. He was counting. Vicheyani, Vicharyani, Vichintyani punah punah. Just like a businessman counts the Lakshmi coming and the different notes, a devotee counts the names, because after all, that's the only thing saving from the sticky situation. It's the solvent. So Mahaprabhu was revealed in this pastime. And we'll talk about last pastime today, which doesn't come, at least I haven't seen in any Puranas. See, all these different pastimes Goswamis reveal, then they are revealed to them, but they have some connection with Puranas. Brahma Vaivat Puran, Garga Samhita, Harivansh Puran, like that. But this special pastime was revealed to us by His Holiness Gaur Govinda Maharaj. Gaur Govind Maharaj, beloved disciple of Srila Prabhupada in Odisha, came from a village of Gadaigiri. And there they would worship Sri Sri Gopal Ji. There they have a very different type of kirtan called Gadaigiri Kirtan. I think we would sometimes maybe get a flavor when Gaur Govind Maharaj would chant Sanskrit mantra. Chaitanya Charitamrita Payas, right? Na 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 na, like that. So, in the Gadaigiri Kirtan, this pastime is revealed, which is amazing, which is the title for today. A prince yogi or a sannyasi. Radharani is again transcendently angry. Now we should not think, what's wrong with her? Why she gets angry? It is not the man or the anger of this material world. Sometimes saints would tell that, okay, spouses, if you want to display a transient little anger, but be sure that somebody will hear, otherwise it's of no use. Radharani is sure that Krishna will act on the transcendental anger, and this will give him much more pleasure. It's beyond our imagination. Rupa Goswami Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu says that, or Ujjwal Neelamani, that the ways of the love are like that of a snake. If it is monotonous, right? How what's up? I'm good. Yeah, we love you. Yeah, we love you. Then there's no masala in tadka, right? It's the same dal chawal every day. Sometimes you may want to have sambar. At other time you might want to have some Kannada sambar which is good. And what to speak of Gujarati dal with sugar. So different variety. It creates spice in the life. So Radharani is transcendently angry only to give pleasure to Krishna. So she climbs up that Mangad. You know that? In Barsana there are 4 heads of Brahmaji. Mangad, where the transcendental, this pastime happens. Dangad, where the tax pastime happens. Then Vilasgad, where the Gopas are tied with their shikhas to the trees. Why? They were asking too much tax. And finally we have Bhangad, where we have the Kushal Bihari Mandir, and near to it Ladli Lal temple, right? The main temple of Barsana. So in Mangad, Radharani climbs up and she said, nothing doing, no black makeup from now. Whatever, we dress Radharani in the temple also, right? So no black churis, no black pendant, no black mascara or kajal, nothing black. Although in Vrindavan it is said that in the transcendental pastimes, the Nitya Leela, when the night is of full moon or new moon, when it's completely dark, and Radharani has to go to meet Krishna, it should be done in secrecy, right? So what all ornament should be? It should be black, right? And in the night of full moon, camouflaging, right? All the dress and all the ornaments are white. But today Radharani is saying, no black, nothing. So Lalita is saying, what about your hair? I'll paint it white. So the original French fashion of having 2 strands, white. So Radharani is showing the sulkiness and nothing doing, no black bee should come and paint everything white. I have nothing to do with the black color. we can just see how much she's absorbed. Jit dekho, tit shyam mai hai. Wherever she sees, it is Krishna. Now Krishna is fed up. He is worrying. And whom did he go to? Vrinda Devi. Because she has VIA, Vrindavan Intelligence Agency. Managed through the different parrots which she has, so she knows what can be done. And she also has a wardrobe which she provides to Radha and Krishna for the different pastimes. So Krishna goes thinking that Vrinda will arrange something. So Vrinda says, you have really messed up this time. Unless you transform yourself into somebody, she will not come out of her sulkiness. So tell me, okay, you should become a lady barber. Alright, Napiti. Alright, whatever you say. So Krishna is decorated as a lady barber. I mean, he must be looking amazingly charming. So Krishna goes and tells Vishakha and Lalita that, okay, I stay in Mathura and I just want to serve Vrindavaneshwari Radharani. Can I just come and paint the soles of her feet by lac? Okay, Radharani allows, seeing this beautiful damsel. Krishna appeared as Mohini Murthy and Shiva was flat. So here is Krishna and everybody is looking at him. And Krishna commits a blunder. He writes the name Sham on the sole of her feet. Sham, who taught you? Get out! So Krishna again becomes sad, angry. Radharani further increases her sulkiness and Krishna comes back to Vrinda Devi. Vrinda said, nakl ke liye bhi akl ki zarurat hoti hai, as they say in Hindi. You need brain also to cheat. So now you become Malini. Malini is one who grows flowers. So Krishna is decorated in a flower dressing and he goes there and now he's again using his Bako, Hridaya, Hetako. I don't know what he's trying to do. Maybe instigate Radha anymore. He's saying, I'm not seeing any blue flowers decorating you today. What's happened? And then he tries to decorate in Malati, Champaka, these white flowers. And he brings out blue flowers and starts decorating Radharani. And she gets mad again. This is Sham color. Who taught you this? Get out. Krishna goes out again. Now it's too much, right? Third time things should manifest, right? Even driving test, I think we have 3. And Hare Nam, Eva Kevalam, Kalo Nasti, Nastyeva, Gatiranyatha. My track record will fail. You should do something this time. Krishna is begging Vrinda. She said, now you should become a sannyasi. Okay. Marta kya nahi karta? If somebody is dying, what he or she would not do? Decorate me or dress me as sannyasi. She said, I cannot go to Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu. Shivji. And Shivji is thinking, oh Lord, such a beautiful face where 2 vertical clay markings decorate. Now I have to put horizontal markings. Not good. Then I have to put Rudrakshmala, or maybe like if he's agreeable, Mundamala. And this is a Pitambar. I have to put what? Deer skin. And then his body, Yashoda Maiya decorates with kumkum and sandalwood paste, Naguru. I have to put ashes. I am committing, it's a travesty. So, but Krishna said, well, I have to do anything but to get the attention of Radharani. Quite telling, we have to also do anything if it is possible to get attention of Radha and Krishna. At least beginning with removing inattention. So he goes and now he's prepared. Once bitten, twice shy. Twice bitten, infinite time shy. He goes and tells Radha, you have to promise you have to first promise 3 times that you will provide me what I need. And Radharani is very well behaved lady. First the others, Lalita and Vishaka, start coming. We'll give you. No. The most chaste lady of Barsana, I would want alms from her. Radha is made to promise, and finally Krishna, rolls his master plan. I beg your transcendental anger. Please give me your transcendental anger towards Krishna. Radharani has promised, so she gives the transcendental anger. Krishna goes, comes back dressed in Pitambar, starts playing the flute, and this is what Gaur Govind Maharaj indicated. A beautiful pastime where Krishna didn't only become yellow complexion, but he was dressed as a sannyasi, wanting to please Radharani. In Chaitanya Leela, we also see that Mahaprabhu was seeing these Mayavadis, these impersonalists, Shunyavadis, scholars not coming to the fold of Krishna. What they were doing? Aparadha. What is aparadha? Radharani. Aparadha means an obstacle in the worship of Radharani. So they were committing aparadha. He wanted to remove those obstacles by taking the form of sannyasi. Not only this has been immortalized in Chaitanya Charitamrita, but several songs. And we would like to end with this very sweet song which talks about transformation of Krishna into Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It comes from Braj, but in 1987, perhaps due to the efforts of Bhakti Charu Maharaj, an album was released called Naam Smaran, and you will find this song in KK Songs. So with your permission, for the last 3 minutes, we will sing this song, okay? And it's very siddhantic as well as very sweet. Kind of indicates what we have been discussing today. Sannyas Leela in Krishna's Leela and the transformation of Krishna to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ab to Hari Naam lo lagi bhajani. Ab to Hari Naam lo lagi. Ab to Hari Naam lo lagi. It is said that ab to, now, Hari Naam is Harinam. Law means blazing fire. Now there is a blazing fire of Harinam. We can maybe just play like that if you're not able to get. Ab to Harinam lo lagi. Ab to Harinam lo lagi. Sab jag ko yah माखन चोरा. सब जग को यह माखन चोरा. नाम धरो बैरागी. नाम धरो बैरागी. Keep playing. Sab jag ko, for all the world, he was known as Makhan Chora. Makhan is butter, Chora is one who steals. He was known as Makhan Chora. Even such a simple and small and trifling thing as a butter he would steal, but now he has given up everything. Naam dharo Vairagi. Vairagi is taken the name as Vairagi. Naam dharo Vairagi. Now they are asking him, Kit chodi vaha mohan murali. Kit chodi vaha mohan murali. Kit chodi chodi, where did you leave your bansuri? You liked that, and if it got stolen, you got mad, but now you don't seem to have the Mohan Murli. And where are your gopis? In Sannyas Leela, in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela, the Ras Leela becomes the ground zero of Sankirtan, which is Shiva's Angan. There are no gopis there, because they all came as associates of Mahaprabhu. So the author is asking, Kit chodi vaha mohan murali. Kit chodi vaha mohan murali. Kit chodi sab gopi. Kit chodi sab gopi. Then you did mood mudaye dori kati bandhi. Mood mudaye dori kati bandhi. Mathe mohan topi. Mathe mohan topi. Mood mudaye. Now Guru Purnima is coming on 21st, I think. In Vrindavan it is also called Mudiya Purnima. Why it's called Mudiya? Because mood is like the head, and there is a custom of everybody to shave off on this Guru Purnima in the honor of Sanatan Goswami. When Sanatan Goswami left his body, all Brajvasis thought, we have left our father, our grandfather, our Guru. So in the honor, Mood Mudaye, and he is wearing kopin now, not Pitambar. Dori kati bandhi, Mood Mudaye, Dori kati bandhi. And you could see Prabhupada often wearing a cap which had like this, right? A cap. It's called Mohan Topi. Mathe Mohan Topi. Now your sannyasis are wearing Mathe Mohan Topi. Mat Jasomati Makhan Karan. Mat Jasomati Makhan Karan. Bandhe jaake paan. Bandhe jaake paan. Mata Yashoda, in order that she may churn the butter, she tied off his feet. Bandhe jaake paon. Paon means feet for what? Makhan karan. Now, who has that fellow become? Shyam Kishore Bhayo Nav Gaura. Shyam Kishore Bhayo Nav Gaura. Chaitanya Jako Naam. Chaitanya Jako Naam. Pitambar ko bhav dikhave. Pitambar ko bhav dikhave. Kati ko pin kase. Kati ko pin kase. This is Chaitanya Charitamrita 1.6, 1.5, 1.6. Radha Bhava Dviti Suvalitam. Pitambar, he is not wearing Pitambar, but it's of Bhava Dikhave. And Kati Ko Pin Kase. There are so much glories of loincloth in our scriptures that Shankaracharya got fed up with this perhaps and wrote an Ashtakam. Ashtakam of the loincloth. Kati ko pin kase. Kati ko pin kase. Now the author is revealing herself. She came and met Jiva Goswami in 1538. And when she heard about Gauranga Mahaprabhu, she became mad. But she couldn't meet Mahaprabhu because Mahaprabhu had already left his body by merging into, some say, in Tota Gopinath in 1534 AD. But she was a great devotee and she had these outposts. Who is this devotee? Gaur Krishna ki Dasi Meera. Gaur Krishna ki Dasi Meera. Rasna Krishna base. Rasna Krishna base. Rasna, not that rasna drink we would get in India, but rasna, the tongue on whom, on it, who should stay? Krishna. Tunde tandavanim ratim vitanute tundavali labhaye. Purnamasi is saying to Nandi Mukhi in Vidagdha Madhav that when I hear Krishna's words, I desire many, many mouths. Oh, that's even far, but at least on this little mouth, on this little tongue, Rasna Krishna base. Rasna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.